So you're another one who doesn't know what culture is. Okay, so look at the definition on the screen. You want culture to mean all of what that definition says, and then you want to add except Black Americans. Except that's not what the flip is going to say. Okay? Now, all of what I, a Black American, stated in the video in the description are examples of our culture. You can go and read the whole thing that I wrote. Okay? Because I was explaining this to somebody else who didn't want to hear it either. I'm going to give you some examples right now. Some people may want to say that the Civil Rights Act and the Civil Rights Movement is not a part of culture. I beg to differ. Because you see that thing you put up there, how they live? The Civil Rights Movement, the Civil Rights Act, all that, right? It changed the way of life for an entire freaking country. Okay? You had one group of people who wanted to keep it their way of life, which was dead up racism to the core, all the way through and through. And their way of life only wanted rights for certain people. If it were to remain that way hundreds of years from now, and they look back and you see a writing of what happened back then, they would say the culture of these people were that women and Black people and Chinese people and all the other people who were not white did not have any rights. That was their culture. That was the culture back then. They would describe it as culture. However, see, Black Americans created a movement, civil rights movement, okay? And it was this particular movement that brought about the Civil Rights Act, changing the culture of the United States of America. Their way of life. And that's just one simple example, okay? And then we have something called inventions and tools, which is also a part of culture, correct? Okay. And so the inventions of African Americans, the tools that are indigenous to Black Americans are from medical tools, life-saving tools, from the traffic light to the gas mask to even modern day ice cream. Okay? Potato chips, peanut butter, all that. Those change the course of what people eat, how they live, how they transport, mobile refrigeration so that blood and stuff can move from point A to point B to help in the medical industry. All of these things, indigenous to Black Americans, what? Changed the game in how people live today. Not just with us, around the globe. That's how influential African Americans have been on the globe. I don't care if I put up all of the culture that Black American have, from fashion to the Black arts movement to the Harlem Renaissance to the Black Panthers to Black TV shows to Black music. I don't care how much I put up in the contributions in the institutions. Someone's going to say, oh, that's not culture. But it is culture when it pertains to Europe. It is culture when it pertains to everybody else. Just Black Americans. No, how in the world could that ethnic group have culture? I mean, even in my state, we have a Jubilee Festival, and that is for Black Americans. We all go down every year to the Jubilee Festival. They also have, sometimes it falls on the same day, they have a Greek festival. And all the people who are, I guess, Greek, they go and there's Greek food being sold and all that stuff on the other side, right? But there's a Jubilee Festival. And all the Black people in my city go. And I'm sure in just about every state where there are Black people, a good big community of Black people, they have some sort of festival where they gather, and that is culture. I'm not sure what ethnicity you are, but maybe you aren't a part of it because it's not your culture. There are black bookstores, Black literature. There are even sections in major bookstores like Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, all those. They have a whole cultural section, but we have no culture. This is our way of life. Okay? So I don't know what you're talking about. You tell me what you're talking about. Wait a minute. African Americans graduate from high school and college, and they going to be, and they architects. Oh my gosh, what? Oh no, 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 no. That's not their culture. That can't be how they live. Oh no, that can't be. Even though it's right in front of me, even though history books, even though today, okay, it's happening. No, no, that can't be their culture. That can't be their culture. They're not supposed to be doing anything. See, your belief in what culture, Black American culture is, your belief is flawed severely because you don't even know what culture is. And this is with a lot of people. Your belief and reality aren't meshing. So you have this conflict. Cognitive, what? Okay. And that's something you have to deal with on your own. So Proverbs says, so as a man thinks, so is he. You're thinking wrong. Your thinking's all off. Fix it. Renew your mind.